Hey, welcome to the Kinda Late Show. I'm your host, Terence, and I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and keeps my mind from wandering where it will go. Today I'm joined by our frequent guest, my sister Anika on screen, and we have Sean
Wow!
with a great message to all of you atheists out there.
Smoke meth and hell Satan.
Now that's specifically, in my opinion, from this point from the show, meant for the atheist, not for the Satanist. Because I think the atheist should at least believe in something, even if it's smoking meth and hailing Satan. Hey, welcome to the Kind of Late Show. We have a great show for you tonight. We do not plan anything to talk about. So we're going to see if friends can actually hold a conversation together for an hour. I mean, God.
How did we function before this?
I mean, I guess people, did things. People like the cavemen and the Athenians. They were, did the Athenians. That's what they were called. They were called Athenians.
Yeah, whatever happened to the Socratic method?
They did theater just for each other. Just boom, just like we're all doing for each other right now.
Theater. I miss theater. How do you guys feel like?
I don't miss theater at all because we got into wrestling.
That's very fair. That's true. That's Hey, Vince McMahon, can you make all your wrestlers do a Shakespeare play?
Or just like some real acting classes in general.
Because God, it'd be so awesome.
Yo, hot take.
I mean, because that's what they expect from them. They want charisma. They want charismatic, wrestlers or that can drop a promo. They want superstars that can drop a promo, can get the audience over. That's what that's the phrase is, getting them over. Yeah, so that the audience is cheering for them or booing them. Because imagine if you have a bad guy and that character just sucks. Even if they're a bad guy, no one's gonna boo them because they just suck. So it's important that even you get your boos over. It's just, and it's kind of just this whole thing. It's so make them, go through the extra mile, give them the acting classes so they have the tools, so that they have, can tap into that charisma. But instead, it's we just don't understand why this person's not getting over. It's because you're not helping them get over, Dick. You just want personalities, and it's that's not enough.
Yeah. Terrence, you're on a soapbox right now.
I know. I'm sorry. That's what this episode's about. We're just all gonna jump on soapboxes randomly.
There we go.
Oh, okay, heck yeah.
Speak your piece. Yeah, we don't have a bunch of
silent this whole time.
We're on it. AEW's still losing viewers. Why is that? What? Because it's not good. They're not producing superstars. Thunder Rosa just won the women's championship. I love Lucha. I'm happy to see, women's wrestling getting a great fucking shine. She's not a fucking superstar. Why is Jade Cargill not already have the AEW women's title? That makes no sense. She has a mid-card women's title, which WWE should have a mid-card women's title. Sorry, that was hot.
To get that off your chest.
Now I'm hot. Now it's out there.
Now it's out there. Drink your beer.
Now it's out there.
Calm down.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a bunch of...
I agree. Bring back the Diva belt. Bring back the Diva belts. Help the women's division.
Seriously. Give it the same stipulation. Give it the brand hopping stipulation so that you could, just like the tag team title, because the women's tag team titles, they can go from Raw to SmackDown. I mean, eventually they're going to get rid of the brand split this summer anyways.
You can just feel it.
Because they're just having everyone show up on each other. And everyone's been saying they need to get rid of it for a while. The whole, this is a Raw superstar and this is a SmackDown superstar. It's shut up. They're all WWE superstars.
True.
In my view, they should use Raw to build up matches on SmackDown. And then all your big matches should be on Raw anyways, because Raw is the show that's been running for fucking 30 years. So
Interesting. Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of hype though when you see the crossover Not that I know too much, but
No, you're right. There definitely is that, but like once you like, I don't know, it just what is it really doing for? Because again, unless like they're all WWE superstars, so unless you're getting like those other brand people, like again, that's why people like the Monday Night Wars with Nitro and
you know what? Fuck all of this. I want to see SmackDown wrestlers against UFC fighters. Until I see that crossover, I'm not in.
I mean,
I'm not gonna watch
Brock
any of this.
Lesnar was UFC champion.
I wanted Brock. I still want to see Brock
Ronda
Lesnar and
Rousey
Bobby
is
Lashley
feuding
fight
with
in the
Charlotte Flair
octagon.
Okay,
right
I
now.
need more of that. I need more people in SmackDown to start going to UFC.
Matt Riddle was in UFC Tough Enough.
Oh.
Okay,
not
but
tough enough,
but
but
has the opposite happened?
what like you?
Well, Ronda Rousey did start off on WWE, right?
Yeah.
No, she
No.
started off in UFC.
Okay, see, I want to see the crossover go the opposite direction.
WWE go to
Yeah, I want to see
Brock
like
Lesnar start.
Sasha Banks.
Brock Lesnar started in WWE.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was WWE. Then he left. Then he went to the UFC to prove that he was actually the shit. Then he proved that he was the shit.
Bobby
Then
Lash.
he went back to WWE.
Okay, I just want a free for all with
and
all of them.
and also Bobby
Bobby
Lashley.
Lashley.
He also was a wrestler. Like he was training for the Olympics to be an Olympic wrestler, but then he got injured from like a fucking because he was at a bank robbery.
Oh shit.
Yeah, crazy fucking life story.
I mean, I'm injured right now. Like I haven't been able to go to the gym for like 2 weeks now.
yeah, so
My shoulder is fucked
so
up.
then he did
I
wound
should
up.
really go to the doctor.
Oh, yeah,
Do
So
you guys go
after
to
he-
the doctor? Do you go to the doctor for anything? When was the last time you had a medical appointment?
yeah. Around my birthday, actually.
When's
No,
the
it
last
was
time you
October.
October? Damn.
Which
Okay.
it's funny because I called to get a refill on my meds, and they were like, "Oh, we haven't seen you since last year." And I'm like, "That was only a few months ago. What are you?"
So like I don't want to base my whole opinion on this, but I just took the little one to go to the dentist, and there's like mainly little girls. So I was just thinking like, are chicks just more suited for like health than guys? Like what's the ratio? Do you think doctors just see more female patients than male patients?
You know what? That's
Yes.
I don't know.
Is it just more manly to just tough it out?
Yes.
It'll go away.
And it starts at a young age, apparently.
I think it's partially that.
I mean, I remember going to the
I think
doctors a
another
lot as a
thing is,
kid, but I don't remember like
Yeah.
I haven't gone as much recently as. But like
the
at that-
paperwork is a hassle.
yeah, then
That's
it's like
kind of a
now you're doing
deterrent.
your own paper, and then when we went to when we had our our when we had our pediatrician growing up, like we had like our mom had a good relationship with our doctor, and like I don't, and now it's like I don't want to just go to like their family doctor. I kind of want to feel like I adulted myself and found my own doctor like she did.
Yeah.
But I'm just I'm not even taking care of my health enough to actually do those things. So
Yeah, and I was actually making pretty regular visits. Like I had Dr. Woo. He was cool. He was chill. Like I dug him as a doctor, but even like before COVID, I remember there was maybe like a year or two I didn't go, and then COVID happened, and I was just like, wow, when's the last time I had a doctor visit? Because like my shoulder's been messed up for a couple weeks now, and I'm
I
thinking,
remember the last time I went, they told me everything was fine. So they
You-
told me I was healthy. So
you know what, and that kind of scares me because you guys know the kind of the drugs and shit that I've done. So when I go to the doctor, I'm like, man, either you're bullshitting me, or I'm a fucking
You think
fucking-
not.
you were smart and you
Fucking
did it all in your
dinosaur.
youth and you cleaned it all up in your
In your-
mid 20s.
Yeah, right. I'm like, don't touch any of it.
I don't know, maybe because I haven't like had an mRNA like an MRI on my brain.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's
They're gonna be like, yo, your head is Swiss cheese, my dog.
yo man, this is ooh.
It's like it's all like
Your
well,
heart, your liver.
they're like you have the body of a 25-year-old, but the mind of a 75-year-old. Like you should be experiencing Alzheimer's in like 30 minutes. You're gonna forget this visit in 2 hours.
Oh.
So there's sometimes like I feel like the doctor's kind of bullshitting me. I think they just want me to pull like my pants down so they can like grab my balls. Do you think maybe that's the reason why so many guys don't want to go to the doctors? And just like, man, you know what?
They don't want to feel exposed like that.
They're gonna put their finger up my ass.
I don't think it's necessarily that because I think even like a lot of I think it's a common knowledge that that's really more of a procedure for like when you're becoming, when you're becoming older. I think it does have a lot to go with again.
Like it
It's
is
more manly to.
recommended that you
I
start
think
earlier.
it
Okay,
has.
finish your
I think it has a lot more to do with the whole. Yeah, it's more manly to tough it out and the whole. It's like
macho culture is
you know
pretty
that
bad
the
on
facing
guys'
that there
health.
might be something wrong with you. Jesus, the dog outside. I
No,
love animals, but
and I totally get that.
Trying to record a show.
yeah.
You know, it's a very guy thing, and then this is like a trap that I fall in with the little one because you know, like she'll fall down and even I'll tell her to tough it out because I mean with her at least it's like, oh, small scrapes and stuff. I'm like, ah, you know, you're fine. Like I went through worse, but it's like just that idea of like, you know, when we fall down as kids and we kind of just get up and like brush it off. So, you know, we just get older and next thing you know, we're like we fell down the stairs and we have like a broken arm and we're like, ah, I'll be fine tomorrow.
I fell down like it's about a year ago, 2 years ago now. It's been a while, but like that was the last time I'd like fallen down and like scraped myself.
Was
And
a
I
few
was
months
just like,
ago. I like lifted a fucking thing of
why?
water and I lifted it weird. So then like I heard like my
And
spine crunch
now
as
he has a
like
hernia and he can't
and
shit right.
like no for like two full days I couldn't like twist my body like this far.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Like I just heard your back crack and I think you need an appointment tomorrow.
Oh, like I can crack my back like anytime, any day.
Yeah, that is not healthy.
I think we should get a referral to a chiropractor.
Oh, is
It's
that
a
not
great-
good? I just always thought I mean I was like super strong.
Yeah,
No.
you know, you're not even supposed to crack your knuckles.
Oh.
Yeah, I could only imagine all the people. Like, I just found like this fun fact, and it had something to do with like people who crack their neck. 30% end up in the hospital.
Oh, I know. Like I cracked my knuckles out in like my teens. Like I can't do it anymore.
Oh shit, I
Yeah.
still do it. As an artist, it's very terrible. I
Yeah.
found new ways to crack my knuckles. It's so bad.
Like I'll crack my wrist because like that at least kind of gives me the satisfaction of.
I can't really crack my knuckles unless like it desperately needs it. Like,
I mean, I can like crack
but like
my
I
shoulder.
can't do
I
it on
can, like-
demand anymore.
Like, I don't know if the microphone's gonna hear this, but like,
Oh.
can like crack my wrist. I like know for a fact that's not good.
I can crack my ankle though, like real
Oh.
easy. Every single like anytime I move it.
So I think when it gets really cold, my left ankle as well, it has a tick when I walk. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
as I'm stepping, you just hear click.
Well, and,
like,
getting old,
lick.
getting
I-
old.
Dude, this was back when I was a teenager. Though. This
My
was
hands
So,
will like.
I
it's like
look-
a new
grandpa-
thing.
I looked into like what causes the sensation of like cracking, and what it is
It's like
like
air bubbles, right?
yeah, there's air bubbles in your
Yeah.
body. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
you're
like,
not supposed to pop those.
Why not?
It's I forget
They'll-
why.
they'll
I watched
come
a video
back.
on this, and this episode's gonna turn into
Okay, so
like
I've heard
Google
Right.
this,
I've
but
heard conflicting arguments though, because like I've heard that argument, but I've also heard like, oh well, that's not actually true. It's this, and this.
oh god, see,
So
it's
it's
like fake
so like
news
I don't
everywhere.
even know who to trust on that one.
Ask your
Ultimately, at the end of the-
doctor.
Yeah.
Consult your
None
doctor.
of us are physicians. Consult your doctors. We're not entirely sure
Yes.
here. I'm like, and you know what? I don't even want to fact check it because I know I've read articles
Yeah.
like scholarly, like full on medical journals that have had
Doctors,
conflicting
your
arguments.
shit
regarding-
straight.
Some people do.
Yes.
Like I was after like when my mom was going through like her eye thing, and I was like, he's just guessing. He has no idea. And then, like one day, like he literally like my sister.
That's why they call medicine practice.
Yeah, it's like he literally just like I'm just guessing,
I'm
and
just
then my
trying
mom
here.
and my mom
He was
got
like,
so
you're a unique case. So yeah, at this point, I am just guessing.
my mom
my
got
God.
so mad, and she was like, "Terrence, you fucking debunked medical science." I'm like, "That's what all it is." It's like
It's just more
they
educated
just, they're-
guessing.
these people are just in a place where they can make really good assumptions
And that is
about what to
And
do.
that is exactly why when I get my checkup for like the last decade, every time they tell me I'm fine, I'm like, you know,
Okay, but like I don't feel fine.
Okay, and this is
I don't
exact-
think I should
This is
be this
exactly
fine.
why I don't trust people with atom smashers.
Wait, what's an atom smasher?
You know, like the
Oh.
fucking Large Hadron Collider.
What?
Do you not know about? You know about
No.
the hydron.
Dude, they can like have. There's machines on Earth that can make black holes.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, because scientists are
sounds
dumb.
right.
Because scientists are fucking evil. And like, it's like, oh, but we could do it. And it's like, okay, but like, you
Yeah,
shouldn't.
I mean, yeah, in the pursuit of knowledge, it's always like, can we do it?
Like all that, like
There's
stuff.
never-
It's
Like all that stuff for like the God particle and antimatter. Like, come on, like.
Yeah, but we never ask, should have we done it?
Uh, why not?
Well, honestly, that's one of the big premises in Arcane because like they have like this Arcane like box, and the whole thing is like, oh wow, this has like the possibility to like revolutionize the world, or it can be used to make deadly weapons. And then when push comes to shove, it's like, well, we need to protect our people. And then it's like, wow, do you really want to make a fucking nuclear bomb to protect your people? Yeah, wild. Like science, wild. Doctors, don't trust them. Don't trust them.
Was I think it was Red Dead Redemption 2. Medical science will not save you; it will only kill you.
I mean, it might. So it's really funny. So like this whole practice idea made me realize why it's so easy to just get prescription drugs because like you're just telling them the problem. Oh yeah, I'm having a hard time focusing. Oh, take some fucking meth. Cool. Oh, I have this bad pain in my shoulder. Here's some fucking meth. I mean, here's some meth.
Here's some more meth.
It's like no. Here's some heroin.
Here's some crack.
Here's
It's
some,
like, oh, I'm
opium.
heroin. And here's some heroin.
It's like, I'm sneezing a lot really lately. It's like, oh, here's some.
Have you heard of meth?
Right.
This
It is not
episode
all.
of
Oh
the
my goodness.
Kind of Late Show
Like, brought to you by meth.
brought to you by Meth. Say
That's
no to
terrible,
drugs,
don't
folks.
do it.
Stay
Don't
above
do
the
it.
influence.
Yeah.
Stay above the influence. Don't let doctors prescribe you drugs you're not ready for.
Like meth.
But it's so funny because you don't think about it, but what's the drug I'm talking about that keeps you focused?
Meth?
God
No,
damn it.
it's Adderall.
Adderall. There you go. Adderall is it's just a type of amphetamine. It's a
Yeah, it's
beta
a methamphetamine. It's meth.
It's a beta amphetamine, so it's like a lower amphetamine, but it's like the same thing that they use in meth, just not all the bad stuff. Yeah, which
With
is wild.
some of the bad
Weak
stuff.
ass shit.
Yeah, it's watered down crack.
I've had Adderall. Weak ass shit.
Yeah, I've had Adderall a couple times.
I was prescribed to me. I did not go on the street and buy it from some a-hole.
Oh no, I just got it from my classmates.
Oh no, yeah.
Which is wild because we'll just like be chilling, smoking cigarettes, and they're just talking about how, oh yeah, so like I have Adderall, and people literally pay $10 for a pill, like for me to just give them, and she just whips out this container with like over 50 pills, and I'm just like, oh, Jesus Louise, can I have one?
Didn't do anything. It didn't help me. I was legit trying it for because I needed school. I was just not in a great. I needed to focus on school. That's why I was.
Yeah, I think if I took it more religiously when I needed it to focus, it actually probably helped me.
That's like, but I'd never.
I remember you describing it as a.
Yeah, I didn't particularly care for the feeling. Like I understood what like it was doing to my body, but I was like, yeah, this isn't really particularly helping me.
Yeah, just do coke, man. Just stick to the coke. It makes you feel better.
Yeah,
too.
like I only ever did the one. Like I never like refilled the prescription. Like I was like, no, I'm not gonna. I don't need this. I'm gonna.
It just makes me so mad because I've never actually been productive on coke. It's all flash. It's all for yeah.
You just feel like you're on caffeine.
Drug. Yeah.
It's just really powerful caffeine.
Yeah, which is wild because I just took this new pre-workout, and the first time I tried it,
That's the description we've heard.
it was as intense as doing coke. I kid you not. The first time I took it, I was wired in disbelief. I was like hyper focused. My ears were getting tingly, a tingle sensation, and like I could just like feel it all around my forehead, and I was like, oh my god. And then I lifted like a new PR that day. It was so strong. I was like lifting up other bodybuilders.
I'm Zeus.
Yeah, like there were other bodybuilders on the bench, and I lifted them with their weight. Yeah, that's how.
You're doing the whole like push-ups with people on your back.
Yeah, while they're lifting a bar. Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Yeah, but after that, it never happened again. I still get the tingling sensation, but there has to be like beta amphetamine in that because people be cracked out on that kind of pre-workout. Which reminds me of like this TikToker who dry scooped like 4 scoops of pre-workout, and then obviously if you're dry scooping all that, you just literally have powder in your mouth.
Yeah, that
Ah.
sounds just disgusting.
So so to wash it down, he
You need
washed
a
it down with another 4 scoops, but in a shaker cup with water. So he
No.
had 8 scoops of
You need
pre-workout. Mind
no.
you,
You need
there are
like
warnings
way
on the
more
thing.
water.
No, not even that, but there are warning signs on the thing that says don't exceed 2 scoops. Yeah, homeboy had seizures in the shower, and then his brain was
I
expanding.
just deadpanned the camera like 3 times.
Yeah, his brain was expanding, and he literally needed surgery
Oh my
because he
God.
did that. Yeah,
That's terrible.
yeah. Don't chase clout on TikTok, please. If you can get a message from this.
No.
No, just be a normal person. Chase clout like YouTube. On
Yeah,
YouTube.
you know, just do something raunchy like pissing on a homeless person.
Or s-
I no. Stop.
No, dude, you gotta jump over them with the skateboard like in South Park.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
There you go. Or you could be like those 2 girls who like stole jewelry from a dead corpse.
I thought you were gonna say like those 2 girls in that one cup.
Oh my God, no. That's such a dated. Like
Oh,
you just
that
aged
did I
me.
did age us, but
Ooh.
that is
It was so funny too because as I'm driving on the freeway, dude, it was so gnarly driving back home from school today because just to get to the freeway on Sepulveda, it was so backed up that it took me at least 30 minutes just to get to the freeway, which I couldn't take because I guess like I don't know if it was a crash or something, but the entire tunnel smelled like gas.
Oh, God.
oh.
And I was just like, what happened here? And I'm just like driving through the tunnel. I'm in danger. Like this does not like smell like a good situation to be in. But it took so long just to get down like a mile straight. Like it was ridiculous. But it was so funny because like off to the left of me, I see this like SUV and it had a Spitfire sticker on the back of it, and I was just like, wow, if that sticker doesn't date you right now. Cause like you know like you'll see like reminiscent stickers, like you could have like a Weezer sticker or something, but oh my gosh, like to have a Spitfire sticker, I'm thinking like, dude, to be a teen in the 90s.
It's like, bro, you were just like living it up in the early 2000s, weren't you?
Dude, I was playing flashback songs all day. It's like the Killers, Blink-182. I was on it today, dude. I was like, yeah.
It's like when you like do another cover of Boys in Summer. It's like I saw a Spitfire sticker on a Cadillac.
Dude, I was like so restless.
Yes. Yes.
Dude.
It's like I saw it was a Deadhead sticker, I saw a Black Flag sticker, I saw a Spitfire sticker.
Yeah, it's fun getting old, man. It's
Uh.
fun. I like aging.
It has its perks.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It lets me understand all the stupidity I didn't realize when I was younger.
You know,
yeah,
at first
the
I would get,
retrospective is really
at first I was
toxic.
insulted that I wasn't getting carded, and now I'm kind of like, this is great not getting carded.
It's so convenient.
You don't even question it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, okay.
I'm
Awesome.
I actually get mad more now if I get carded. Like
I'm like, I have a full grown fucking beard. How dare you?
yeah, well, not only that, like I totally understand during COVID because everyone's wearing a mask, but I'm like, dude, I'm in here like 5 times a week, please. Like you should already know me. I'm an alcoholic, please. Like there's no reason why you should be carding me this often. Like I know I'm wearing a mask, you don't know who I am.
When it's like I have like personal aspects of my life, it's like, asshole, I'm fucking balding. Like I'm not I'm not the guy. I'm not the kid.
I don't know,
No,
man. Fucking
hold up.
gray.
I went into a 7-Eleven the other day, and there was some kids hanging out. Like there was like 4 of them, and
No,
like-
I've heard some stories about like
and
there's
I,
like some kids that
they
like they'll
were,
lose their shit at, like
they
19.
ran up to me and they were kind of, and then they kind of like stopped and they like walked back, and I realized, you know, after I went in and I grabbed all of my stuff, and they also went in and were kind of like looking at the beer also. They wanted to do a fucking hey mister. And I was
Wait,
like,
wait.
no.
I don't think it helps that we're like I don't think
No.
it doesn't help that we're under 5'10".
Have you ever like done it? Though?
I have not gotten
No,
hey
I have
mister.
not.
I've,
done a
I've done
Hey
it
Mister.
twice. Yeah.
Really?
Once in high school, like once after
Oh.
high school. Once shortly after high school. And it was like straight up this young kid, and I was probably like 21, just like, yeah, fuck it. I was like so young, I was like, yeah, I've been there. What do you want?
I might have to cut this because you admitted to a crime.
Oh no, this was my friend.
Uh,
This wasn't me. He was telling me the story about what happened, but it did happen again another time. Did happen again another time. But this guy was like really cool. He was like, he had a little bit more attitude to him. He was cool. I was like, yeah, you know what? But since then, like me personally, this time had this one bloke
The
come
other
up to
time
me.
I just had bear witness.
Yeah, no, like it was my friend telling me those stories, but there was this kid. In actuality, this really happened. And no, like he came up to me and like he's like, hey, can you get me something? And being the good Samaritan, I was like I couldn't do it. Like I've been down that road before. Never, you can't be that adult buying kids alcohol. I was just, I looked him in the eye. I was like, sorry, man, nah, I can't do this for you. Because I remember what it was like being a kid and like, wanting to get a drink and like, them always buying it for me. I was always drunk. I was always drunk, which was great. But you know what? That's not what the life we want for the youth. So we don't do it. We say no.
I mean,
we say no.
Yet we make movies where that's the whole point of being young.
Yeah, it's a really funny duality. It's that realization where it's like the war on drugs. We want to stop it, but we know it's not gonna stop. And so it's like, yeah, we make these movies that are very nostalgic of our own teenage years, and we put the restrictions on, and I think it has a lot to do with just like adults being like, oh, you know what, like just do better. But it's really interesting because one of my classmates is from France, and she doesn't drink. Yeah, she doesn't drink, and I thought that was wild because that's a younger age limit to drink. So I would have thought like, oh yeah, you've been drinking since you're 16.
Get that out of your system early.
Yeah, maybe it could be.
We're also we drink a lot.
Yeah, but I think too it could.
I don't.
Well, it's because you're on medication that prevents you from drinking right now.
That's also true.
Yeah, that becomes problematic after a while.
Yeah,
if you did keep
I'm
to that.
pretty strict on that regimen right now.
Yeah, so you have a good doctor.
Yeah.
So I have a good self control.
Oh, that too. That's when you start
I
seeing,
guess that's part of it.
yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Or you're just lame. No, I'm sorry. Lame
I'm
was
like, that's not fair.
Lame
also,
was the
'cause,
wrong
like,
word.
I
I meant
binge eat.
prude.
That's definitely not true.
I meant prude.
No, that word is definitely applies to Anika.
Yeah, it's very prudish. You're very prudish. Yeah.
That's me living my best life.
I guess. I can't knock living your best life being a prude. But I guess that's the funny thing too, because it's like this idea where you have to take risk, even though the risk might kill you. And
I mean, you walk out your door, you might die.
yeah, but it's so funny because you kind of calculate like what might be the risk, but this idea of it's like, oh well, I want to live a long life, but then you hear from the people who are taking the risk, and it's like, well, this is the only way to actually be alive. So there's like this interesting line that's being placed between like, well, like how much risk to take and if risk should be taken. Because accidents happen whether you're taking risk or not.
No, yeah, cost benefit analysis every time.
Yeah. So you know what? I think that's the actual thing that we're learning from all these movies that show kid delinquents. You're actually seeing the kind of risk that pays off and the lessons that are learned along the way. I hope we're all thinking about what movie are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about American Pie.
Okay, I was thinking about McLovin.
Oh, Superbad?
Yeah, I was thinking about Superbad.
I was cycled through a few. Superbad came to mind.
Yeah.
Even when you asked me, like,
I like how yours is more dated though.
yeah, no, yeah, no. Well, again, I did genuinely think of Superbad when we like brought up like the points of drinking in movies. Like, what was another
Yeah.
one? Can't Hardly Wait is which was another '90s one, but they also like Superbad was probably like the last like
Did you watch Good Boys?
no.
Is it called Good Boys? I forget what it's called. It's like three boys and like they're doing like really dumb shit.
Oh, I think I
Like basically middle school kids. Like
yeah
they're
no
like
I
they're lowering the bar
yeah no I
for,
yeah no I
for dumb shit that's allowed to do
I
be done.
I think I think I remember hearing about this
Oh, okay.
movie. I think I remember the trailer, but again, this was around the time I stopped watching television. I think.
I mean, it was a movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I like
Oh, just
the
not watching.
trailers. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the the TV is how I would have seen the trailers.
Oh, interesting hot take. I don't know if you saw it. It was Tim Dillon on Whitney Cummings' podcast talking about Hollywood being dead, and he's like, no one gives a crap about these
I
Hollywood stars
100%
anymore.
agree with him, and I think it's
Ooh.
so hilarious because how like Jordan and NASA just met Whitney Cummings,
That was-
and like I'm just like
Dude.
sitting there looking at the picture and like not just like oh my god. And I'm like, I bet you she fucking loved
Yeah.
this moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
like I'm like, she was like, I'm guaranteed Whitney Cummings was like, yes, fucking worship me, you fucking cretin, because you are beneath me. Like, I guarantee, dude. But like, that's the way. Like, they were talking, like him and her,
Yeah,
her and Tim Dillon were
she
talking.
was-
She like, her head is totally like, no, we need to have celebrity in society because we need to have people that are better than other people. And he's
mean-
like, that's fucked up. That doesn't even exist anymore.
If you were reading between the lines, it did not look good for her.
Yeah,
It
like
just didn't look good.
yeah,
for
she
her
looked like a
in that
fucking
one.
horrible person.
Yeah.
And just like she legitimately was sitting there advocating for a class system.
Which sucks.
She was
because-
sitting there advocating for a class system.
Yeah, which really sucks because I love I think she's
No, and I think
hilarious.
her fucking comedy is great, and like
Yeah.
even she's made some of the best fucking women's blue collar comedy of all fucking time. Like Two Broke Girls is a fucking great show. Her
Classic
fucking
show.
her comedy specials are fucking hilarious.
She's great.
I mean again, I'm a fan of, her work. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say I worship her as like a fucking,
But
an idol.
It really
it was
doesn't
literally
sit well
it,
with
wa-
you.
Yeah,
it
no.
was very much like crocodile tears.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, like you should
Oh.
feel bad for me because like it's so much harder for me as a woman. Like, oh, what was the line? I have to work twice as hard to get like half like
I'm
the laughs
so
or something.
over that because where I work, almost the entire management team is female. Most of my I don't understand where
The
this
future is
mentality
woman.
comes from.
The future is woman.
I don't understand
future
where
is
this
female.
mentality comes from.
Yeah, I mean it's I mean it's I think what
But
it is.
I've always worked at places where like there's women in charge. I don't understand where this idea that you have to work twice as hard as a woman
Honestly, for
came
her,
from, other than like it's an excuse. And I can understand that because like when you keep trying and you keep meeting failure, you start to look for other things to blame. Because I reached that. I did a whole year where I was applying for jobs constantly and just kept getting rejected, and I started putting it down to like racism and all this other shit.
You did quit.
I
You
was
did
I was
have
very
a few
broken.
breakdowns and
I
did
was
like
very
it's
upset
like
about it.
because I'm a woman, because I'm Latino, and like
And then I got my shit together. And I moved on. And then I got a job, and then I moved up. Like I don't understand.
yeah, I think for Whitney though, I think
It's-
she's in a bubble to where she is specifically comparing herself to the people who are working around her. So I think one of the main people is she looks at someone like Joe Rogan, who's been doing it for an insanely much longer time than she has.
well,
You know,
I
he's
don't want
like
to
the
be
godfather
I don't want to
of
be a dick,
podcasts.
but she was never the fucking host of Fear Factor.
Yeah, well, again, not only that, but like Joe Rogan had just been doing this for so much longer, where he
Yeah.
had the capability to build it. And so, when you're comparing yourself to like other guys, they might just have other followings that, like one of the things that she was talking about, it was like, oh well, like why don't we have like all of these women hosts? And Tim was like, well, what if we don't have that many women trying for the job? And she had the nerve to say, people just don't want to hear women talk. Like The View isn't a thing. Like Oprah isn't a thing. Like Like there aren't literally
Oprah
specific.
was the #1 talk show host for like a year,
So
decades.
so the
So like
fact that
that's
she had the nerve to say people just don't want to hear, it was like, no, people just might not want to hear what you have to say. you know.
Well, and like again, she's clearly like in a she's clearly in a midlife crisis point in her life because again, like if you like, I watched a few episodes of her podcast because
Same.
yeah, like I watched the Hillary Duff episode because again, I wanted to see what Hillary Duff was up to because I'm like, fuck yeah, Lizzie McGuire's hot.
Yeah. God damn it. You're not helping the case.
Okay, I didn't watch Lizzie McGuire as a show, but like I'm like when when I became an adult, I was like, hey man, Hillary Duff, she can get it.
Yeah.
She can get it.
My teen years. That
My
that
teen
teen
year.
to that teen testosterone pumping in.
ay. Anyways, make
eyes wide open.
Right.
Woo.
Well,
Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings.
You
Again,
watched some of her
she kind of seemed
episodes.
like she was like in a few episodes. It really at the time it really comes off like she's in a bit of her own like midlife crisis because she's like dyeing her hair all these different colors, and she's acknowledged that too in like the show. She's like, I mean, I'm doing all this crazy shit because like as I'm not sure where she's at, like all that stuff, and so
I think this is one of the things that like I wanted to get at when I was talking about the difference between, I mean, and it sucks too because I mostly, like, the majority of the podcasts I listen to are comedians. And so, listening to Trash Tuesday and Flagrant 2, I'm trying to hear the difference between like, what like the male conversation is between like what the female conversation is. Cause I started listening to Whitney Cummings when she first started the podcast. And I remember watching maybe like the first like, 3 to 5 episodes. And then I kind of just fell out. And, something about the content doesn't, it's not, it might not be like outrageous enough. It like there's something about it that it didn't have me sticking. So like
she didn't drop 10-minute clips. Like Rogan was dropping 10-minute clips, and that's what did so much for him because at the end of the day, most of like my Rogan consumption,
you watched the small clips, and that kind of brought you like either like gave you insight to what the podcast was, or actually like a foot into the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I totally feel that. But one thing too, like these are comedians. And there's something about it, like I want to hear more of like the outrageous comedy. Like I want to hear the hot takes. I want to hear the things that are kind of like wacky.
But
and
that's
absurd.
just it. That's not what drove people to watch Rogan. Is they were having real conversations, and he was bringing on people that weren't necessarily all in this same Hollywood comedy sphere.
Right.
He was bringing on like fucking physicists, fucking political pundits.
Yeah, and that could be like one thing because again one of the reasons why I wanted to listen to Whitney Cummings was because she's a comedian.
Yeah.
And like I didn't even know, like when I was listening to Joe Rogan, like one, I didn't even know that was the same Joe Rogan who did Fear Factor. 2, I didn't even know he did comedy. I was just hearing about Joe Rogan like, oh wow, who's this guy?
I didn't know he did comedy for the longest time. I didn't find out till fuck. I mean, I knew him for like UFC and Fear Factor, and I was like, oh yeah, the UFC Fear Factor guy.
Well, see, one thing too, like
And I was
Rogan,
comedy, what the fuck?
Rogan doesn't try to be funny, like nothing, like unless he's with other comedians, then you kind
his type of humor is very much a blue collar humor.
Yeah, but again, it doesn't
In a good way. I'm not like I'm not like oh it's bad. I'm like no, it's good. I mean,
wrong with it. But again, when I hear like Whitney Cummings' podcast, I go there for the comedy because she's a funny chick, and like I don't get all of that when I'm just hearing her conversate. Like there gets to be a point where I'm like like I don't know if these conversations are like the ones that are that interesting, because at least when Flagrant 2 have guests on, they are so engaged because like there is an excitement about the person that they have on, to where like they will just grill them. They will ask them the most obnoxious and obscene questions because like there's a barrier that they're saying is entirely lifted.
Yeah, the whole like okay, but here's the thing I really want to know.
It's like, well, what's not even that? It's like, yeah, so how many girls you smashed last night? Like it's just it gets like too personal at points where it has to just get outrageous, and like that's something that I think attracts so many people because you don't have to like tiptoe around certain things.
He'll be like, all right, I hear that. That sounds really fun and all. Okay, Now tell me, how bad is the smell afterwards?
Dude, it's exactly like he'll just hit you with some like off the cuff thing that you weren't even thinking about. And I think that's a big thing too, because a lot of the reason why we listen to like podcasts, like there's escapism in it.
Well, and I think definitely the reason, like one of the reasons podcasts exploding during especially the pandemic was it was a way for people to still be part of conversations. And that's again, because again, you listen to a podcast like, oh, now I feel like I'm a part of a conversation. Because then you could still sit there and even like comment and be, whether or not it was constructive or just, trolling, you could still somewhat be a part of the conversation.
Yeah, yeah, they create these niche groups, and um I'm still trying to like I'm still listening to Trash Tuesday because like there's so much gold in it, but at the same time, like, it still has like this female centric thing where, it's like it's a lot of like just do better for yourself, like, yeah, like do what's best for you. And when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, all right, cool. Like I didn't
Well, and
really
even
come
kind of
here.
even going even like kind of going, past just like podcasting, like because like some of the reactors, like for reaction videos, because that's something I watch a lot of on YouTube. Is some of them are a lot of them are chicks, and it's just because like I think they're just kind of down to earth and funny, and like one of them's just like straight up just like a chick, so like she's a fucking like a female's female. So like like a shirtless dude comes on screen and she'd be like, "Oh, this movie just got better," and it's kind of just refreshing to see that like when you're that's wholesome. Like to me, that's kind of wholesome. But,
Yeah, I love
like
that.
yeah,
That's the idea of Terrence also.
yeah, but just people acting in a way that just seems just unfiltered and natural. Which again, that's where you would where I see where like the whole chest without
Yeah.
going into that, but
Yeah. And
to
again,
close up that conversation from earlier that no one will be a part of.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you'll never know,
You'll never
You'll
know.
never know.
and it'll frustrate you.
Ask yourselves, what is wholesome?
Okay, but hashtag Botez Live. Check them out. Two great chess streamers if you're into that. Very niche topic, which they actually won Chess Streamer of the Year.
You know
at
what
the
was-
Did you see the Chess Streaming Awards?
I didn't, but what's super cool in regards to like YouTubing?
I mean the Twitch Streaming Awards.
No.
Okay.
In this last episode I dropped,
Yeah.
27 views. I didn't even pay attention to the video at all.
There
or
you go.
like do anything to like push it out. I was like, hey, this is a good bump in view. Like I was like, hey, this is.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that's not much, but like.
No, but it
as long as
feels
you see
like
the
it's
numbers
a-
going
Yeah,
up,
exactly. Yeah.
And then that's what it is when you keep to it.
Yeah, no, growth is a big. I gotta do more on the social media front.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do it after like the first 100, 200 videos. Actually, start caring about it.
Right? Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we have a engaging Twitter now.
Once we hit episode 50.
Yeah, start posting some clips.
Right.
Oh, wow, you do post clips.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
post clips on Instagram, and then we do have a Twitter,
Okay.
but I just do nothing with it.
Okay.
I gotta start harassing celebrities and like
Yeah.
saying absurd things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and if we actually had a homie who was like that involved in social media, it's so
I
funny.
mean, Anika took a whole class on it. But...
No, she's busy. She works.
Yeah.
You can't harass her anymore.
Well, that's just it. It's
Um,
like I don't want to like. That's just that I have to pay someone. And again, I have the time to do it all right now, but
I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
I-
still
I,
a
Well,
lot.
if you do have the money to pay for some, that's Danny's job. Like that's Danny's job.
well, yeah, I'm like, it's.
That's what-
I don't have the
I
money
can
to
help.
pay for
I can
someone.
help you
Yeah.
do the groundwork. It's just
I mean, again, it's
having
all.
to keep up with
Oh,
it
you know
yourself.
what? Maybe you can ask Danny the service that he is under, and you can see how much they charge for it. Because he says like he does like they just give him the jobs, and like there's like a range of how like big and small they are. But he gets paid a flat rate either way.
For social media management. I thought
Yeah.
it was for something else.
No, it's like social media Well, you might ask him about it. Ask him about it.
Maybe on
'Cause-
the next if I ever get him on the show.
Oh, you don't even have to get him on the show. Just
That's
actually
true.
like hit him up, or I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him next time I see him.
I don't remember
And
what
we
we were
can,
talking about. Let's get back to that though.
No, dude, we're getting personal here.
Right?
Hey, we're trying to bump up our views. If
We
you're
are.
still watching at this point, tell a
Yeah.
friend.
Like, comment, subscribe,
Wait, what's it? name?
share.
Kind of late show. Every Sunday.
Yeah. Was it Instagram at kind of late show, and
Yeah.
Twitter at kind of late show.
Like and subscribe. Share with your friends.
I'm so lucky I was able to actually like get the fucking
I'm like, isn't
the
that usually for
Instagram
the
and
end?
Twitter
What are we
handle.
at?
Oh,
We're towards the end of the episode.
They-
We're like
Oh,
we have still
okay.
have like 15 minutes left.
Oh,
I
okay.
see it at so many points in the video.
That's
in
very
videos.
true.
Yeah,
That's very
we've
true.
done so like this episode. I'm glad we've been able to just like kind of go off the cuff
We
and
didn't
be
even
able to.
use the one topic we had.
No.
I honestly that would have died on me.
Yeah.
Like I'm so glad I was able to take it off of wrestling. He's like, oh, as a matter of fact, you know,
I'm
my
glad
shoulder.
you did. No, hey, I'm glad you did, man. Because
my shoulder kind of hurts.
even like when we started, like the first few episodes, we talk about wrestling. I'm like, okay, we need to like wean off of it because I'm not trying to do a wrestling like review show.
Yeah, wrestling is lost on me because like I love wrestling and I love that you guys have gotten into it and it's so cool like being a part of it with you guys
There's
because
so much right now. There was like
exactly you guys
is-
are telling me how big it's gotten
yeah,
and
it's a like a really great time to be a wrestling fan.
dude, and like that's really epic and I wish, you know, I just had like the time and mental capability to like keep up with like the novellas and, you know, like actually see all the showmanship
Again, we don't even watch them all, so because like,
Yeah.
we just know there's so much. We'll watch the
Yeah.
clips on YouTube. Now we're back to clips on YouTube.
yeah.
I
There
wanna
should be
watch
like an
SmackDown.
official mud wrestling. You have you heard of like the slap fights?
There's like
you know
there's like lingerie cage fighting.
okay, but you know I want to keep this like unisex. You know I don't want. Well, are you gonna put the guys in lingerie?
Well, I mean,
Ooh,
If they were all in trunks, I think it'd be acceptable.
right.
I wouldn't go to that show, but you
I
know.
mean, we
I
all
wanna see
we
some
all
banana
saw
hammocks.
Randy Orton's abs and his quads.
Yeah,
So,
Abs?
like
You want abs? Yeah, sure. Give me
No,
abs.
We were looking at his quads. I don't think any of us were looking at his abs because we were looking at him from the back the whole time.
You're like looking at Randy Orton's ass. Damn, look at those abs.
Nah, he didn't have an ass. He was like,
Yeah, I know he doesn't have an
Yeah.
ass. Yeah, that was a joke.
this is
That was comedy.
this is two straight guys saying, "Hey," but he knows that.
This
He's
was
done
humor.
interviews and he's like, "I don't have an ass." It's,
Yeah. Yeah, no word.
yeah, and it was in Steve Austin interview. He's like, "I don't have an ass, but my quads are huge though."
Yeah, I was just talking to homeboy because he gets on me for not working out my calves on leg day, but I do like my mile runs, which I mean in defense is a lot of calves. So he really gets on me, and he never does cardio because he's trying to bulk up and stuff. But you know I feel like there's a good balance between that. Like
Wasn't it your roommate that was gonna become a cardiologist said cardio is not a good workout?
yes.
oh no kidding, why not?
No, she never offered an explanation. It was just something she told me when.
Don't trust your doctor. You can't trust these doctors.
Which I understand where she was trying to, because she lifted, because you should lift first and then do your cardio after.
That's exactly what I do.
But
That's
like
exactly what I do.
she did not explain that.
No, I
at
actually I
all.
just learned why you lose more weight lifting than doing cardio because when you're lifting it tears your muscles. So for the next 2 to 3 days your body
Body's
is actually
repairing.
your body's using more energy to repair those muscles.
I need to start lifting more. I get my cardio in easily every day.
Yeah. But I actually
but,
do
like,
that.
I do
so
not lift.
A-
and I need
after
to
You're
all-
work
walking
on
like what, like 3.5 miles
I'm
on
walking
average?
Easily through,
Jeez.
yeah, I'm easily walking 3 to 4 miles a day, and then on days when I have like longer shifts, I'm easily walking 6 miles.
well,
a
you're
day.
looking good. You're
Thank
looking
you,
good.
but
And-
I still feel flabby, and I'd like to
Well,
not feel flabby.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. But it's so funny because I did watch a video that just said walking 3 miles will burn more calories than running one.
Oh yeah, if you're power walking, which yeah, I'm freaking power walk
Yeah, so
everywhere.
I thought that was interesting. Yeah. But after all of our exercises, after our exercise routine, we do cardio. So we do add cardio
Or you
into it
just
after.
like hit the bike or a treadmill or something?
Yeah, so BB usually goes on like the machine, like it's kind of like it's almost like a step thing. It kind of just like moves your legs for you and you're kind of just like you're kind of like running in place.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I usually go on the treadmill and I do a mile for like 10 minutes and then join him if there's like extra time. And just like drenched in sweat, you know, smelling god awful. Yeah, I didn't shower for like 3 days, so
Oh,
I smelled
God.
like a homeless person. So I took a shower before coming here. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know the viewers couldn't smell it, but you guys would be pinching your noses, and
Right.
actually, that probably would have made more of an interesting show.
Right, just us just going like this the whole time. It's like, yeah, man. No, I think these are all great points you're making.
just everyone dealing with the stench.
Just,
I would like go for a yawn. Just pulls out a
Anika,
bucket.
bump the fan up to 3.
It'd be bad. It was bad. You know it's bad when you can smell yourself.
Yeah.
You know, usually guys can get away with it for like a couple days, but as soon as you smell yourself, you're just like, oh,
Like, you can get away with it for like 2 days if you change a shirt.
maybe. So the thing is, so it's like again, like I'll work out. So if there's like a night where I don't take a shower and it's the next day and I go back to the gym, I'm like, I'm gonna feel really bad for everyone in the sauna right now. Like you guys are smelling more than ball sweat at this point. Yeah. And it sucks, honestly, when you go to the sauna and you do smell like when you first get hit with that hot whiff of balls, you're just like, okay, who didn't shower in here?
I watched a video and it was a doctor talking about so
The-
he
the
said,
showers are
hot
2
you said
feet
like hot
away.
whiff of balls, and I'm just like,
Hot whiff of balls.
this doctor was talking about how like really like you should only shower for like 4 minutes, and I was like, yo.
I mean, I think showers are more therapeutic. So I think one of the reasons why people take long showers is because, it's something about like the water like hitting your body.
Yeah, like because like again like some shower heads have like a massage setting, so you'll generally
Oh, don't the
just...
girls know? You ever use that massage setting?
No.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Our,
Well,
our
I-
shower head doesn't pull out of the fucking wall.
No.
Yeah, chicks be wild. Chicks be wildin'.
I mean, like when I have a cramp in my back, sure,
Like-
but like I can't. No, yeah, that's not a thing.
Like-
not
like
not
you
in any
got-
of our households.
You got two been doing some wild stuff, but girls do some wild stuff too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, but yeah, dude, it's gnarly. I'll be mad when I hop into the sauna and just smell like a huge whiff of hot balls because I'm here literally like the shower is 2 feet
So
away.
it went from a hot whiff of balls to huge whiff of hot balls. So now there's an implication that you like it.
It's that testosterone, you know? It's that extra T in your body. You smell it and you're just like, I want to lift more. It gets you pumped.
It's the,
Dude.
It's the when you sense the presence of another male and you're like, I need to flex.
Dude, why do you think like when you're spotting on the on the bench, like your spotter literally has his nutsack right on your forehead? Like that's the extra testosterone for you to get through your PR, man. Like that's what it is. It's not your homeboy like fucking clapping for you and hitting your shoulders. No, it's that fucking ball sweat that gets you through the reps.
That's the clip that's going on.
It's the ball sweat. That's what's doing it. We don't think about it as guys. We just kind of lift and we're like, telling ourselves, nah, this isn't gay.
It's the T pheromones. Scientists, look into this. We need to know if it's the ball sweat that helps power
They know.
lifters.
We just don't want to talk about it.
It's
we
one.
don't talk
It's
about
one
it.
of those unspoken.
Yeah, it's an unspoken gym thing.
You just fucked up everything. You ruined it all. You just exposed
Yeah.
the whole process.
Yeah, but it's for the greater good. It's for the greater good. Like we just need to own it. We need to own it.
We need to own the ball sweat.
We need to own the ball sweat. And not only that, but if you see how they spot for like at the squat rack, yo, you know how they spot the squat rack?
I don't go to the gym. That's why
So-
I have weights here.
So the guy will have a bar on his back and then he'll do a squat, right? Well, if the weight's too heavy, you have to have somebody right behind you with their arms like under your armpits and then they squat with you because if the weight's too heavy, they need to just lift you right back up. Very homoerotic stuff. I like it,
I mean, I've said before, and I'll say it again. I'll say it probably a few times again in my life.
that's hot.
There's something really gay about being straight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's something wrong with women too. I don't like, just the fact that women can be with just gross pieces of animal is baffling. Like straight women are wild. Like they're real troopers. They're more tough than men. Because if you can be around a man for the rest of your life, whew, That's a lot.
Right? Imagine how hard the gays have it. That's 2 men.
Food for thought. Some food for thought. I'm gonna have to chew
I'm
on
like,
that.
well, in the context you put it in. Just like, oh man, that sounds so miserable.
Chew on that.
Speaking
for a
about
while.
owning the ball sweat.
Chew on that for a while. Yeah. I couldn't hang.
It's like, who has it harder in relationship, gays or lesbians?
You know, I hear this conversation a lot, and it's an interesting one. We need to.
We got to get some gays and lesbians on here to talk
I'm
about
half
that.
gay. I don't think.
You dabbled.
Yeah, which is cool.
There's nothing gay about it. But,
No, just having some nuts in your mouth, have it for breakfast. I literally start the day with a handful of mixed nuts in the morning, so it's not just a euphemism.
All right, you know what? I think I'm gonna end the show on that. We're at 55. I'm cool with that. We're longer than last week. All right, this is the Kind of Late Show. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Peace. Night.
Good night, and God bless.